the Knicks and the Cavs. And if you watched last week's episode, you saw that I had picked the Cavs to win this series, and I was pretty confident in that. But I didn't really understand exactly the playoff performer that was Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, last game, in the game prior, if you missed it, he shot 4 of 19 in game four, a pivotal game four, where Darius Garland decides to turn it up a notch in the third quarter. They need Donovan Mitchell to turn it up. And what does he do? He just continues to rim everything off the rim, everything just terrible. And then in game three, they score 80. You scored 80 points in a playoff game?
79.
79. Oh,
less than
sorry.
80.
Sorry.
That was the first time a team scored less than 80 all season.
Well, you picked a great time to do it.
Yeah.
Series is tied 1-1, and you're facing the Knicks. You're facing the Knicks, by the way, who were congratulating themselves from winning game one. Talk about a fan base with a low self-esteem. You're talking about a team that won their first playoff game in, 10 years? And they were applauding themselves? And not only that, I look at this Knicks team, and you know what? I'm not going to take away the fact that they're up 3-1 because Mitchell Robinson has been ridiculous, and Jalen Brunson is an absolute dog.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, you fumbled. We'll get to that in a second. But if you really look at the Knicks team, if you remove Jalen Brunson from that team, Mitchell Robinson's nice, sure. Who else is on that team?
Julius
Randle? Okay, look it. New York fans probably hate me because I shit on Daniel Jones, I shit on the Jets, and now I'm about to shit on Julius Randle. Julius Randle's terrible. I mean, good Lord. That same offseason that you were going to get Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, you ended up with Julius Randle.
And Derrick Rose.
And Derrick Rose, not even Derrick Rose, the corpse of Derrick Rose. You didn't even get the Chicago Derrick Rose. And now in the next game, and then you get RJ Barrett, who's like, I don't know what to think of him. Is he good? I don't know. He's okay. But like the Cavaliers, you have Darius Garland, who's a fantastic point guard. You have Donovan Mitchell, who is a splendid guard. Evan Mobley, he's been great for you guys so far. You have Jared Allen. Like, I look at the Cavs team, I'm like, yes, this makes perfect sense. This team should be really good. And you're losing to the Knicks, and you score 79 points in a playoff game? Shame on you, Cleveland. This was your opportunity. You should be facing the Heat in the next round. But instead, what are you doing? You're going to lose to the Knicks? You're going to let the Knicks fan base bully you? I mean, they were waving their pom-poms after their first playoff win in 10 years. And now they're going to win their first playoff series since 2013. And it's your fault, Donovan Mitchell. It is your fault because you decided now's a good opportunity for me to shoot 25% from the field. Good luck, Cavaliers.
So, not only did Donovan Mitchell shoot 25% from the field, but he also had more turnovers than field goals. Had 8 turnovers in this game, playing awful. And then he just has this Russell Westbrook quality, but he's not as athletic or as strong or high motor as Russell Westbrook. And say what you will about Russell Westbrook does not quit on a play, and the same cannot be said about Donovan Mitchell. Everyone was saying like, oh, it's Utah's fault. Donovan Mitchell needs to get out of Utah, and then goes to Cleveland. You have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen on the floor who look completely useless in the playoffs. When are we at the point in the modern NBA where we roll out 2 big men that can't shoot at all? What is the absolute point of that when Jalen Brunson still doesn't have a problem getting to the rim? You can't defend, someone coming off the bench named Hartenstein, and he's giving you the work. And then Josh Hart, who is a Lakers and Pelicans reject, coming to New York, having a huge impact. And then RJ Barrett going for 26. This New York Knicks team reminds me a lot of the Isaiah Thomas-led Celtics, where it's a tough, gritty team with one really, really, really good player at point guard. He's not the best point guard in the league, but you could put him up there as far as a playoff performer. He's able to control the tempo, make clutch buckets when they need him to. The Cavs were coming back in this game, and Jalen Brunson was able to ice it. He's also a humble superstar. I love everything he's about, saying we're up 3-1, but we haven't accomplished anything. We still need to go out there and get it. It's just like the Knicks, it's like Jalen Brunson, and your second best player is Julius Randle, who averaged 25 points in the regular season, and he's averaging 17 points for the series. Got benched in the fourth quarter, is trying to take step back jumpers when obviously Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen are pretty useless. He should be taking it to the rim, drawing fouls on these guys, and absolutely dominating in the paint. But then he gets benched, declines to talk to the media, and looks disappointed when his team goes up 3-1 in the playoffs. When he was complaining versus Atlanta in the playoffs 2 years ago that he didn't have enough help. Now that they do have help and they're able to go out there and win a basketball game when you're playing terrible and keep insisting on taking jump shots instead of going to the rim, that you don't want to talk to the media and you're looking disappointed when your team is up 3-1 after not having any playoff success since Carmelo Anthony would get routinely bounced in the second round every year.
Yeah, no, this is
It's
this
like,
both of these teams I find to be kind of pathetic in one way or another. Knicks, not because of how they played in this series. They
No.
actually played very well. I'll give them credit, more or less for their fan base, because they literally crowded the outside of Madison Square Garden because they're up 3-1. Like, guys, you haven't done anything yet.
yeah.
You're about to beat the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, who we just talked about, Donovan Mitchell, shooting 25% and having more turnovers than field goals. I mean, come on, guys. Let's take it easy here.
No,